You're now live. Like, I'm gonna have to give, I have much more respect for, news anchors, SNL people, like all the people who are just live. Much respect.
Yeah, but they have technicians and stuff.
I know. So people in front of the camera never know all of the heart rate anxiety behind the camera.
Yeah.
We get to enjoy all of that.
Yeah. All the shenanigans.
How am I taller than you? I'm going to go a little lower. Boop.
Oh, hello everyone. This is the Real Movie Lovers podcast.
Hey guys, yes, we are real filmmakers.
Real filmmakers.
Having real discussions about real topics, which include TV,
movie news,
boom, technology, and current events.
The most current events.
The most current of current events.
You hear it first.
Yes. And we've got quite a little lineup today.
Maybe second. Maybe.
Okay. Maybe we're like the fourth.
The third place. There's homework and then our show.
Yeah.
That's
okay, third.
We're the third place.
We're the third place. So we didn't hear it first, but third. I'll take third.
That's what Starbucks wants to be. Their third place. Home, then work, then Starbucks.
I wonder how they're doing these days.
Probably okay.
Still making coffee?
Still making the coffee.
Still doing it?
Selling it for millions of dollars worth. More than it's worth.
Yeah. So let us know, guys, how we're sounding, if we're clear, if you guys can hear us without any issues.
Yeah.
I think it looks better.
That's good.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's have some fun. We're gonna jump right in here. Let me just skadoosh. Yeah.
Let's see. So this week on the Real Movie Lovers, we're gonna check out a few things.
Yes.
First of all, I want you to subscribe, hit the like.
Oh yeah, all the things.
All the things. It is the like, the subscribe. These are all the things we want you to do.
Leave a comment.
And what movies have you checked out this week?
Oh, I'll go first this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have checked out The Beekeeper.
Nice. I heard about that.
Yes. It was a fun ride. And I will say that although, it's like this, I guess you could say dumb action flick and all that other things, there was an element of
Jason Statham?
Yeah, absolutely. And he always delivers. So I even joked that, it could have been called the HVAC installer and it still would have been a hit. It's still been fun to watch.
I'd watch that. Jason Statham, I'd be like, all right, what's he gonna do? He's like our MacGyver.
Yeah. Like I think he first came on the scene for me in Transporter. Yeah, that was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the thing that I liked about the film that it highlighted, just the motives, the inciting incident, if you will, was one of the ladies that he worked for. She got scammed from like one of those scammer companies, and they're like, "Oh, hey, something's wrong with your computer or whatever. Let's get you on track." And they got her account information, and she ran a
beekeeper.
No. What's it called? A nonprofit, some kind of for orphans, some kind of foundation. She ran a foundation, and she had like $2.2 million in that foundation, but that was for the children, and they drained all her accounts.
Damn.
All of them.
Scammers. Fuck you, scammers.
Yeah.
F you, scammers.
Yeah. And she didn't take it well.
Yeah.
Like she unalived herself. She didn't take it well. And he was pissed off, and we were pissed off as as the audience. So he went on this killing spree that because of how the beginning set up, you were really on board. You were like, yeah, you missed one right there. Get him. Thank you. It was a good ride.
Yeah.
Would I watch a sequel? Yeah. Duh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. For sure. And I also checked out Abbott Elementary, show that I have been like writing for since day one. They're on season 3 now. And it's like it's like a half-hour comedy show. About and they have the office way of filming. So you have the elements that happen, and then like their individual, interviews, and it's really hilarious.
Nice.
And not only is it funny, but the show, which was created by Quinta Brunson, who is that lady right there,
Okay.
one of the stars, they find humorous ways to highlight the issues in the public school systems.
Nice.
And the hurdles that teachers have to get over, but the little triumphs here and there, but also like highlighting the problems, but not like beating you over the head with it. It's never like preachy. It is funny, and the characters themselves are hilarious.
Nice.
So, the janitor's my favorite.
All right. Abbott Elementary. Gotta check it out. What platform can we find it on?
Hulu.
The Hulu.
Yeah. It still does come on regular TV, ABC Family. I think it's ABC.
Nice.
So, yeah, it is a appointment television for me and Korea.
Okay.
So make sure we watch it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then for those animated people who love The Boys, the second half of season 2 of Invincible is being released now. So there's
that is.
It's if The Boys was animated, and just a little less abrasive.
Okay.
And I say a little less abrasive because of the beginning of that season, inside the colon. You don't find that here, but other than that, and like graphic like intimacy,
yes,
they don't have that.
Okay.
But outside of that, the level of violence and the blood and almost any characters can be killed off. They have that.
Okay.
I'm actually shocked you haven't taken a look at that.
Where?
Invincible.
Okay. And which platform is that?
Amazon.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll check it out on Amazon.
I set you up. I knew.
That's cool. It's interesting that they were like, hey, we like everyone liked The Boys. Why don't we make like a less angry one?
You're right. But Invincible is a comic book, so it's already an existing property. I'm just comparing it to The Boys for you to understand the level of like, graphic violence that you might get into it, but in cartoon form.
The tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. Yes.
All right.
And you guys can drop in the chat like what you guys have been checking out. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, if anyone's watched anything cool,
I'll recommend it.
Couple weeks that they want to recommend.
Yeah.
Leave us a message. Say hello.
Hi. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, motherfucker.
So what have you been watching?
So lately we've been watching the Curb Your Enthusiasm with our buddy Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, and one of the co-creators of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And Aurora hasn't seen any of it, so we restarted watching it, and she loves it. And there's a new season, so I'm super excited that even though it might take us 2 or 3 weeks to finish up these seasons, it's worth it to get to that new season, because I can't even imagine. Because the last season was absolutely insane. Like, I don't want to do way too much, but he opens a spiked coffee store. Like, he goes to a coffee store. It's got wobbly tables. He doesn't like there's no dividers in the urinals. Like, this coffee was cold. All this like dumb shit that you would probably deal with if you went to a coffee store. But he has enough money that he's like, I'm gonna say fuck you, and I'm gonna build a coffee store next door, and he's gonna put in all of his own ideas. And like, the tables are like all glued to the ground so they don't move. They're like the urinal is something you have to like get into and then pee into, and it like has a vacuum, and I don't know all this shit. And like,
Wait, how many seasons are there?
this is like the 12th season.
12?
He's in the 12th season.
Oh my gosh.
So he's running strong, and he looks just a little bit older after like one of the seasons. You're like, damn, you aged like 10 years after one season. Like, what the hell happened? You know, like,
Really?
it's like one season he's like still looking, you know,
And then out of nowhere, it just.
and then all of a sudden he's like, damn, you're like old.
You're old.
I guess like 45-ish or like 50-ish to like 65-ish. I guess he probably was chill, and then I think he hit like maybe his 70-ishes or 68-ishes.
Wow.
And then he's just like got a little older looking, I guess.
What's his name? That actor, Steve. Oh God, My Blue Heaven.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Yes, he's a guy that has like he's looked that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the white hair, he had it forever.
Yeah.
Only now is he starting to like really like, you know what I mean?
Now
to me,
old.
you know, really look old because he just looked the same for so long. And I was like, did you sign a contract?
Who'd you sign a contract with?
Did you exchange some things in order to live longer? I'm just saying. I don't know. And I think, what you call it? You check out The Hot Chick?
Yeah, The Hot Chick. That was good. I watched it back in 2002, and then Aurora was watching it the other day, put it on the other day, and I was watching it with her. And so many things that's like from 2002 comedy that was like okay back then that's totally not PC now. It's interesting to watch an older type movie like that. And
just putting it on here, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah, and also, I only found out this a little while ago, but Rob Schneider is like Filipino. He's like half Filipino.
I don't think that I knew that, but I'm not all that surprised. He had like a look.
He was just like, this guy's not, fully white.
I can't cap my foot on it, but you.
But yeah, he's like half-ish Filipino. I guess his mom is Filipino. And,
okay.
Yeah. So Hot Chick was cool. It's fun. You do make fun of some stuff that's like nowadays you'd be like,
okay, so the comedy itself, outside of like some of the, how does it hold up? Like, it was still enjoyable? Like, you still laughed?
Yeah. There's still like funny parts. And Rob Schneider, I enjoy Rob Schneider also. He's funny.
He is funny.
Actor. Yeah.
I used to enjoy watching how he would appear in the Adam Sandler movies because you just never knew how he was coming out of nowhere. Here he comes, and you were like, Rob.
Yes.
Good old Rob.
Yeah.
And what was that movie he got himself? He was the escort.
Bruce Gigolo, male gigolo. Bruce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Okay, the first one was funny.
Yeah. And then I don't know what they did. I don't think I watched the second one.
I think I started to, and I was like, pass. No, thank you.
So yeah, Rob Schneider was in that movie, The Hot Chick, and then I've been checking out one other thing. We've also been watching the Office fan episodes, which are great because they cut in like so much extra footage. It's like instead of the episodes being 22 minutes, they're 32 minutes. 30 minutes.
I think that you told me already, but where can I watch these?
I have no idea. Probably on like Peacock or something like that.
I see. Yeah. I see.
I have no idea. I don't know whose account we're using. I don't know whose password we have. I don't know what.
Well, enjoy it while you can because they're
cracking down.
They're cracking down.
Password crackdown. Yeah, they want us to keep our password secure when it loses them money, not when it loses us money.
Yes, they don't care. So before we jump into,
I did have one more that we were watching that I completely forgot. Oh, we did watch Paid in Full a couple of weeks ago.
We love the movie. Yeah, I think I've seen like the end of it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. I'd definitely check it out. It's like an older gangster movie. like set in New York, and it's fun.
Oh, listen, set in New York. The priest watched it.
Yeah.
Done. No. Done. So before we jump into our movie news, a couple
Oh,
quick.
it's on Peacock. It is on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna jump in a couple quick announcements. So Hot Take Tuesday is, for those of you that do know, something that I do every Tuesday where I watch a movie. I give like a quick little 1 minute thing. Sometimes it's funny, or they're normally not hugely critical. It's like a little thing, and then I have a whole conversation live on Instagram that night with the guests. So recently, I have gotten an opportunity to be a creative director over this cold reading event that's happening every Tuesday nights. So I will still be dropping Hot Take Tuesday videos in the day, that 1 minute. But our live conversations will now be Wednesday night.
Nice.
So just, even though it's Hot Take Tuesday, we're going to have the live talk Wednesday. So there's that. All right.
All good.
So
just to make sure whoever this Popeye is going to be is not my Popeye. All right. We want to make sure everyone knows.
Okay.
Robin Williams is my Popeye, and the cartoon Popeye.
Popeye the
Popeye.
Sailor Man live action movie is in the works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to make sure everyone's clear.
Yes, we're gonna jump straight to that. I have a few things to say.
Yeah, there's only one Popeye, and he's strong to the finish because he eats that spinach.
So here's the thing. I will start with Spider-Man. Okay, so we've had a few Spider-Men, right? McGuire, Garfield, Holland.
Yes.
So, but they've all kind of done their own thing with it, and I strongly feel that they've done a good job in their own representation separately in their own films, and it works. However, sometimes you get an actor who so embodies a role that you're like, who is going to come in and really take this over?
Okay.
I have no idea what's going to happen when they have to replace Wolverine. Hugh Jackman. He has, first of all, he has spanned, I think, a couple generations. 20 years as that character. So a lot of us have seen it. So it's gonna be hard for anyone else to come in. Now, Popeye it's a much older property. It's a lot of new people who are going to see this Popeye as new and not understand. Yeah. The issue is I feel like these are the same people who they probably didn't watch the cartoons or the animations. So they're gonna be like, who the heck is Popeye? Yeah. Who is this?
This is only for the adults that know Popeye.
And I mean, Robin Williams he was just such a character. Like he was just he just embodied every role that he took and gave his all, and he had the talent and range to do different voices and impressions and this and that. And even if you didn't like the movie, him as Popeye itself, that was already a whole thing. Yeah. So, okay. Here we go. Word. Toby is number 1, but Holland will play the character for 10 movies. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's his Spider-Man. Yeah. So, the movie came out in 1980.
Shirts like that's my Superman. Yeah. Cross out new Superman.
Honestly, even better. Just say, not my Superman. They won't even know who you're talking about. They won't even know.
Yes. I mean, they might think I'm talking about some Eminem song.
Is there an Eminem song?
Superman. I can't be your Superman.
Okay, not my Batman.
Okay.
They won't know.
That was good, yeah.
But so that original Popeye movie came out, the live action one came out in 1980, before I was even born.
Right.
Don't bother doing math.
Yeah.
And then
I wasn't born either. But a lot of people weren't born.
yeah, but what we watched was the little animated cartoons.
Yeah.
That came out 1960 to 1962. So I had no idea they were even that old. Look, yeah, see? I didn't even know. And there were listen, I can tell you right now, a lot of people haven't seen them. I know this because from what my memory of it is, I hate using this word so much because it's so overused, but everything about them old time cartoons is problematic. Olive Oil got on my listen. Let me tell you something. Whoever wrote for her, y'all made me so mad at this chick. I couldn't stand Olive Oil. She pissed me off. I'm 9 years old. I can't stand this cartoon chick. Every time she tries Popeye, she tries him, and she go with Brutus. Brutus in the name, whatever. And then Brutus, who's trying his damnedest to incur a huge sexual harassment lawsuit, just goes off the rails.
Yeah.
All right. And then she has to be crying for Popeye to come save her. And then Popeye eats his spinach. I think he's the one that made me love spinach. And he comes and he saves her.
Yes.
And it was like this multiple times in my memory. Multiple times. And as a 9-year-old, I asked myself, why is Brutus not in jail? And why he won't leave this chick alone? Every time. I was like everything about even homeboy. I can't remember his name now, but the one who loved eating hamburgers. And he was like,
I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for our burger.
Yes, burger today. Yeah, his line. So he owes some people money. Like Popeye was just surrounded by people.
Yeah, no good nicks.
No good nicks. Yeah. Do y'all remember? I remember that. Are we the only ones?
Let us know if you've watched Popeye, and now you're emotionally and mentally scarred about watching these cartoons as well as a child, where coyotes blew up birds.
No.
And rabbits shot.
No, they did not. That was the problem.
Right,
They tried.
And then continuously tried.
I'm still mad about the fact that they trashed that movie. They're gonna delete it. The one where Wile E. Coyote takes Acme to court.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I want to see it. They made the movie.
Okay.
But Max is like, no, we're gonna write it off and delete it. So I was like, all these years of pent up anger for Acme, I want to see it. I feel like he has a real case. So, needless to say, I am not really excited about the possibility of this new Popeye character, but I am actually more curious what they're going to do with this story based off what I have. I'm not saying they don't have anything here, but I'm like, okay, this is what I know about Popeye. Where are we going to go with that? How are we going to put it into a full feature? I'm very, very interested in that transformation.
Is it going to be set in today's time? Is it going to be set in the 80s or the 60s like the show was?
I mean, I don't know if they could set that in today's time. Because first of all, cell phones, right? And immediately, Brutus is getting hit with a Me Too charge. Immediately.
Out the gate.
In
the movie or just a trial.
Yeah, and then if Popeye gets red pilled, he's not even looking at Olive Oil. She's done. We'll see. We will see.
I don't even see the need to remake a lot of these movies. They were made, they were done well,
Okay.
Like, come up with a new idea.
So I think initially Popeye was like not well received, but then it became a cult classic.
Mhm.
So it's one of those where it was like probably didn't initially do well in theaters, but then it became a cult classic over time.
Mhm.
So it's hard for me to say because one thing that I have advocated for, if you guys are gonna do remakes, at least do remakes of the movies that did horrible
Yeah.
and find better ways to redo them.
Yeah.
At least do that.
Yes.
Don't remake a movie that's already awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Like,
hard to
holy
come up
shit,
to
if they
that.
remake the fucking Goonies or some shit.
Oh, these bastards, they better not, yo.
I like swear to God.
We
Just
riot
stop-
at dawn.
Just stop watching movies.
We riot
And
at dawn.
we just go on Sora, make our own AI movies, and then we just sit at home and watch our own movies.
Mhm.
And then the movie theater producer people, they make no more monies. And then
Well,
we all work for AI. If they can feed
Listen.
us and pay our bills, I'll work for AI.
listen. Oh, it'd be your own. It'd be your own. Um, no, but okay. They've already cut down the amount of shows in half in Hollywood that they're releasing. They're already hurting. They're hemorrhaging money, and they've got these crazy. Half these failures wouldn't be failures if they didn't have a bloated budget.
Yeah.
If they weren't spending 200, 300 million dollars on these films, they wouldn't be considered failures. They wouldn't be losing money.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what Blumhouse is doing. He's smaller budget
Mhm.
films,
mhm,
gives more royalties to the cast and crew,
mhm.
things like that.
Smart.
And then you spend $16,000 on a movie and you make $175 million on it. And you get to do whatever you want. Actually, you can make any rule you want. You can be like, I'll make.
Well, think
small budget.
about Get Out, which I don't know if that was, I don't think that was Blumhouse, but that was the budget was $5 million. It made over $100 million.
You don't have to spend a lot.
You don't have to spend a lot because
Just like Meineke.
Yes. Yes. See, they think that because something's a blockbuster, they have to spend an engorging amount of money on it. Not necessarily. There are exceptions to the rule. Avengers was like a buku lot of money, but it had years of build up behind it. You had built a loyal fan base, you had a continuing story. It makes sense. Same with
include the marketing and how much they spend on a movie?
So
Is that
normally
ever-
no. That's why they say that it needs to make 2.5 times more than it costs. So if a movie costs like $200 million for it to be considered a success, or at least towards that, is like I think they have to make 500 million or something like that. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. But I do see a trend that we all can acknowledge, which is video game adaptations are kind of coming into play.
Yeah.
And the next one is going to be The Sims.
Nice.
Do you guys remember playing The Sims?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I had a CD-ROM, put it in the computer.
Oh man, I
You
remember.
had that tower thing.
I actually never got to play The Sims. I only knew people who played it. I wasn't like, I just watched people play it.
We just had the game. So I tried it out.
One of my friends, first they had I guess figured out some kind of cheat code or something. So they had built up so much money in their account that their Sims didn't even have to go to work. They just messed around all day.
Nice.
They were like the first influencers. I'm just joking. I know that it takes work to be an influencer. Just different types of work.
They were Simfluencers. Yeah.
Well, Margot Robbie is doing one. She's executive producing.
Wow.
So, I think Barbie made over $1 billion, and Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig have agreed that they don't want to do a sequel to Barbie.
Okay.
they feel, or at least Margot Robbie feels that it's better for them to do a spin-off next, whether it's a Ken story or have another actress fulfill the role of Barbie and go and have a different story. And I can
like 5 different Barbies.
Yeah, I can appreciate this because not everything has to be a whole crazy franchise.
Yeah.
Franchises are fun, but everything doesn't have to be a franchise. So I can get behind this. And I'm actually interested in this adaptation because the Ryan Reynolds had Free Guy.
Okay.
And that, that's a little bit like Sims kind of, where it's like living your life and anything can happen. I mean, it's a little bit. So I'm kind of curious to see what the storyline's going to go with and what way they're going to go with it. If it's tapping into the fourth wall, if it's like self-aware type of thing.
Like that Black Mirror episode.
Which one?
The one where the fridge. One with Topher Grace. He stole it from the Lisa Simpson. Her little experiment, her little world she made.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Is this going to be like that, where we kind of be like, we're watching someone sitting at their computer, like, hold on, I'm just finishing up my Sims game, and then it zooms into the Sims game, and like they get all their actions done, and
like that. Oh my goodness. Oh.
You got a message?
Tanya says post the cheat codes. I don't
Aurora,
have them.
we'll let you know. Aurora says, when I tell you I go hard for The Sims, I go hard. Oh my God, too many hours. I used to play on my phone. That was
They had a phone?
Yeah, they had a little phone one. You had to, go through the ads, or you could give them $2.99 every other day for this piece of clothing or whatever. But I played it on my computer a lot, and then later on my phone,
Oh man!
And I didn't continue playing it on my phone. Like I started playing like these other games and whatnot.
Okay. Wow. I miss the whole Sims thing. I guess I just found something that I liked and I stuck to it. And my 3 go-tos are normally Mario, Street Fighter, or like some kind of fighting game or racing game. So they're kind of like my go-to. So when Mario started doing like battles, and I was like, oh, you've melded it all together. So I never got into Grand Theft and all that. I might watch it.
Yeah.
I watched the pre-play it, but okay.
All right.
All right, guys. So you know what time it is, right?
Question of the week.
Yes, it is everybody's favorite segment. There it is. A new one.
Yeah, the segment.
Yeah, segment.
That's part of the show, Wade.
Yes, question of the week. So our question this week, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there have been rumors going around that they are looking at Aaron Taylor Johnson for Bond. And I thought to myself, anytime, and I mean anytime, that they announce someone for Bond or Batman or something like that, everyone comes out the woodwork saying who they want instead of this person, or So I thought, okay, let's get ahead of the game here and let's see what people want in their Bond. So, question is, which actor would you like to see play James Bond next? Chat, feel free to type it in. We're gonna read our online poll.
Okay.
People answered. If you like to answer these ahead of time.
Aurora said the phone in the PlayStation Sims version was whack. Yeah, the phone was whack. That's why I stopped playing the phone one. Because the phone one was whack. Yeah, I never had a PlayStation, so I can assure you it was mine, probably.
Well, no, you guys do make me want to maybe look into playing it at least
the
once.
Computer one, I love the computer one. You had all the abilities and the thing. You made the town, and so much fun.
Okay, I can look into that.
Yeah.
whose name is PayPal support? I like it. Excited to know who's the next Bond. Okay. Yes. So again, they haven't officially announced, but they are courting Aaron Taylor Johnson. And I have to think about his name when I say it because Jonathan Taylor Thomas, JTT, messes me up. So whenever someone's middle name is Taylor, I jump to Thomas. So I have to think about it. Kick Ass, the guy who played Kick Ass, the guy who played what's his name? Fast One, Speed. What's Fast One? Never mind. I don't need to be yelled at, but that guy is who they're looking at right now. Movie rating and ranking says Henry Cavill. Right? No?
No, not James Bond.
No, I'm not. That's not his James Bond.
No. I need Sean Penn. And then
Sean Penn in anything he's done, obviously.
Yeah. And then not Sean Penn, Sean Connery.
Okay, but you know what? It's so funny. You said Sean Penn, but I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah.
I knew you meant Sean Connery.
Yes. Sorry, Sean Penn. I was like, wait a minute, that's a totally wrong guy. I'm looking at the faces and I'm like, no. Sean Connery. Sean Connery is definitely one of my favorites. Whoever was before that guy was really good too.
Well, let's see. There's Roger Moore.
Yeah, so Roger Moore, I think.
Okay.
Was really good. And then
I love Pierce Brosnan.
I don't really like the Pierce Brosnan ones. The Pierce Brosnan ones were good. They're good movies.
Oh my god!
But it's just because I just always think about him from like one of his like movies where he's like the Doubtfire, Mrs. Doubtfire. He was the father for Mrs. Doubtfire.
I feel like I knew him as Bond before I knew him as anything else.
Well, we gotta double check. Was he Bond first or was he Mr. Doubtfire first?
Oh my goodness!
If anyone wants,
if you guys know, you let me know.
Oh yeah, and then this guy Tom Hardy or whatever, he's probably.
Well, if you were talking about who you liked before, you can say that. But don't say who you want now.
No. I am saying.
Don't say you want that. I have to read this first.
Oh no. I'm saying that, and Tom Hardy was a really good James Bond as well.
He was never James Bond.
Who's the most? Who's the most? All right, so.
Are you thinking Daniel Craig?
Yeah, that's probably the subliminal then. So.
Are you talking?
Daniel Craig, I liked him as James Bond as well.
Oh my god!
I guess we already know my answer.
I tried to stop you. Okay, Hugh V302.
I mixed up the two people that were the last one.
Hugh V302 said Ben Barnes. Which I had to look him up. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. He was Prince Caspian in Narnia. He was Logan in Westworld. And then General King something in Shadow and Band. But like, I'm like, oh, okay. I know what they're talking about. I don't know. Okay. Just in Movie Night says someone suggested John Boyega, and I can't unthink it. Okay. Nice. Okay. Piper Grace Smith says Dave Patel, which is from the lottery one. Oh my gosh!
I know Dave Patel, the comedian.
From Monkey Man. The movie coming out, Monkey Man, the Indian guy. He was.
There's so many Patels out there.
Do you want? Okay, the movie was Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire.
There we go. Slumdog Millionaire. Listen,
child that was the Slumdog.
No, the old when he was older. The main character.
I don't know who that is.
You do know who that is.
Was he the kid from Life of Pi? Life of Pi kid?
Was he in Life of Pi?
Was it the same kid? Let us know, chat.
I can't remember now. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, PayPal.
Sean Connery was the best.
Was the best.
Okay, that's gonna go there.
Appreciate it. Tanya Wong says Henry Cavill would be dope.
So,
all right.
TV shows we love says Henry Cavill or Aaron Taylor Johnson. So apparently he's behind the next choice.
So that's
go.
What's Shaheen? Mom.
Go No Go movie reviews.
Thanks, Mom.
Says a younger Idris.
Oh, younger Idris.
A younger Idris. Idris is 12 now.
Okay.
If they hadn't sat on it so long,
So we go back in time, shoot the movie now,
now you're getting it.
then go forward.
Now you're getting it.
Go back in time, shoot the movie.
Yep.
Then go with the movie.
Yep.
Bring the movie forward in time.
Correct, sir.
With the younger Idris.
What part of this are you not understanding?
Sell it now.
Done.
And then sell it today. Yesterday's Idris for today's dollar.
Sigmund Cinema says, I think his name is Reggae John Page. He's from Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Season 1. He was the when all the ladies were sweating.
Okay.
So I could see it. I mean, so some of these answers so far, I see the suaveness and the demeanor. What I'm having trouble connecting is the action part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing them do both.
Okay.
Luke Rhoda 1 says Henry Cavill. Artemis Brown says Robert Downey Jr. Here's the problem, Artemis. He's an American actor. They are not letting an American actor be James Bond. Sorry. And you know what? I'm so stuck on him being Sherlock Holmes. I can't see him as Bond. I'm so stuck on that. It's a personal problem, I know. Yeah. Talk TV says Lashana Lynch.
What?
She was the one who played 007 actually in the last Daniel Craig movie. She was, remember, she had taken over, and then like towards the end, she was like, 007, get your number back. That chick.
I never saw the last 007.
What? Okay.
Still doesn't have Sean Connery.
It's fine. It's fine.
And then before that, I remember he had that thing. He just going under the water with a shark tank, and he had to put that little air breather on and swimming. That's my Bond.
That's my
James Bond.
That's not my James Bond. Okay, sorry, Lydia official. Lydia Nash official says. Lydia Nash official. Reading is fundamental. I'm gonna pull a wild card and say Robert Pattinson. Hey, they're rumoring other superheroes like Henry Cavill and Idris Elba. Nobody that's rumored looks like a Bond to me, but I guess we'll wait and see. You know what? I could see him more as a Bond than I do as Batman. I'll say that. Cinema Geek 94 says, my boy, Henry Cavill.
Okay.
Movie Boners says, I still would love Henry Cavill. Oh. I feel like there's a theme here.
Is he English?
Huh? He's not American.
He's not American?
No.
Okay.
Was it good though, Pod says, this is my vote as well, Henry Cavill.
All right.
And, actually, movie rating voted twice, but I'll just say it anyway. Cavill.
Nice.
Movie rating and ranking. Nice. And in the chat.
What's up, chat?
Tanya had said Henry Cavill.
Nice.
And as we know, people said Sean Connery was the best.
Yes.
So, and you have already said that you think Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. And I'd also like to throw in the mix Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah. It would be interesting. I saw him in that Guns Akimbo movie. It was good. He could be action. You gotta flip the script sometimes.
Oh, that wouldn't be flipping the script. That would be setting the script on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for Harry Potter and James Bond.
Listen, I have like Daniel Radcliffe and things that he has done after Harry Potter. This is not that, but, and I know that this isn't fair to say, so I'm sorry, guys. And Tom Cruise makes it work. He does. But the height thing is a thing for me with James Bond. And Daniel Radcliffe is pretty short.
Oh, is that why everyone's saying Henry Cavill? Because he's tall?
Henry Cavill was like 5'10", 5'11",
Okay.
and Daniel Radcliffe's like not that. I don't think.
Okay.
But who am I? I'm 5'4".
So-
What do I know?
I think Tom Hardy would be a more like stoic James Bond than Henry
No.
Cavill. No,
No, not stoic. I
Okay.
think Henry Cavill's got him beat with the stoic. I think Tom Hardy has Henry beat with like that action and making it look like seamless. I feel
That's
that.
why I was thinking.
I feel that.
Okay. Well, I'm down. I can see that.
So me myself,
Yeah.
honestly, I had a bit of trouble with this question because most of the people the few choices that I had have already kind of aged out of the role. And that's kind of, Daniel Craig had it for a very long time, which is good.
Mhm.
But the downside is the other actors who I feel would have been good for it after him, they're like in the same age bracket. So I really feel like Idris would have killed it. So I don't hate their answer, although it doesn't not going to work. But after seeing Bullet Train,
Mhm.
which I feel like someone else mentioned that, I was like, okay, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was about to say Thomas. He I think that he can pull off. I know he can pull off the action of Bond. I know it.
Mhm.
I know it, and I've seen him rough gangster type mob. I'm holding out to see what stoic, smooth looks like on him.
Mhm.
So I'll say Aaron Taylor Thomas
Cool.
because my other picks are aged out, including Henry Cavill. To me,
I don't know how old Jonathan Taylor Thomas is now. Or maybe he can. No, I know. I know that's not the right name. Let's see what he would look like in the suit nowadays, I guess.
he's American. He can't do it.
You just gotta call his dad, Timmy Twin.
Now, okay,
Taylor.
so
Ask his neighbor guy. Remember?
Yes,
time?
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He's-
Did we ever see his face?
It was like, no, I don't think so.
To a time, yeah. He'll always be
That was
be
the oldest son, right? Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Or he was
middle son. Simba.
Simba.
Non-singing Simba. All right, so those are that's the answer.
That's the question of the week.
That's the question of the week.
This is the question of the week. And you guys should definitely check out our Instagram, the Real Movie Lovers, for the question of the week for next week. And that is
Next week?
or for the Armount question of the week.
For next month.
For next month. You have some time to think about it.
It's time to think about it. I mean, it's good. It's good to follow anyway because we do drop like little like movie things and fun things, and we have like little polls and stuff that we do anyway. But yes, that is wild.
And you guys should definitely be checking out our trailer reactions. We just did a trailer reaction of The Crow.
Yes, that was a lot.
That was a lot of fun. Someone got really angry at me for having an opinion.
Oh, woof. Yes.
For making, I guess, maybe I did make light.
Well, I don't know. I feel like they're talking to both of us.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So try to explain like it wasn't. Honestly, I felt like it was more. My answer was it was more awkward. Like it was just an awkward thing to talk about because, we were around when it happened and it was like sad.
Yeah. Sad.
So, no one's making fun of it.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, we heard that there is a genetically modified pig kidney transplanted into a human being.
That is our current event for today.
Yeah. I think they already did it with a heart.
Did they?
Yeah. Kidney was next.
Wow. I would feel like they would work their way up to the heart. The heart is the heart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Okay.
guess the kidneys though they filter a lot of stuff out of your body.
No, I'm not
So
saying
maybe
that it's not
that
important.
function is different than just pumping the blood. I don't know. Let us know if they're equal.
Well, I've seen.
Sure, they're equal.
I mean,
They're
I can't tell you how
rights.
long they've lived without a kidney.
Uh-huh.
They've lasted longer than they have without a heart.
Exactly.
So if I had to, on the
Yeah.
importance
No,
scale.
It's valid.
All right. So basically, this guy, as you've heard, got a genetically altered pig kidney transplanted into him. He's due 62. This is in Massachusetts. He has type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, so he had chronic kidney disease. And
Now, is he patient in like a trial run, or was this like the doctor's like, "Yo, we like really perfected this like thing, and like you're going to be the first one because we never did it in a person before, or they did it in people before." And,
well, it
and
says
some of them died, and some of them didn't, and then the ones that didn't, they followed those steps, and like
it says that researchers have been exploring the transplantation of organs or tissues from other animals, known as xenotransplantation, as a solution to a worldwide shortage of donated organs.
I don't know about the shortage.
So,
it's
okay, you're right here. It says transplantations of pig hearts into living patients, and pig kidneys into brain dead recipients have made recent headlines. Okay, so I guess they tried it on people in comas first. What it sounds like, because if you're brain dead, you're not necessarily dead, but you're not. You know what I mean? You're that's worse than a coma, actually. A coma.
Who consents for the coma transplant?
I
Let
would
us know, chat. If you consent to a coma transplant.
Well, honestly, if there is no family left alive, I think at that point the person belongs to this. I mean, I gotta be honest with you.
That feels like some sort of slavery.
So, well, I'm about to really burst your bubble with something that you're not really. I don't know if you
I
noticed.
know there's a 13th Amendment and stuff like that.
No, not even that. Not even that. Kosh, he has a social security number.
Yeah, it's your number. You're numbered by the state from the time you come into or born in the U.S. Of course.
Kosh belongs to you until he's 18, and he belongs to the state, and that number proves it.
Yeah. Well,
finding that out like blew my mind.
Your earning potential.
Also. No. There's multiple needs for it. I'm not saying you shouldn't have one. What I'm saying is that number says once he's after 18, he now belongs to the state. It does not belong to you. And hearing that, and I only know that because of my daughter and talking with our teacher and programs and what it looks like for her when she's an adult and how if I want to make sure that I have to fight when she's older for her to still for the state not to be able to preside over her me. That's why I know that. So as an aside, but so there's a lot to unpack here because they have to, again, before they can even put the pig kidney in you, they have to genetically change it so that it's compatible with our body, our DNA, blood work, and all that other stuff, which is wild, guys. Wild. All right. And shocker to nobody, the drugs are provided without cost by 2 pharmaceutical companies. Big Pharma. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. The closest thing that I recall hearing about this in fiction form was that Christian Slater movie, Untamed Heart, where he told a lady that he had the heart of a baboon.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. and I remember that like he had like, some kind of heart issues or something. But I remember in the movie being like, "That's weird. It's crazy." I don't know if it was true because it's been so long since I saw the movie. You guys let me know.
Yeah.
But to see this, which you already knew about the heart thing, this is my first time seeing this. I'm like,
Yeah. They're doing the thing. They don't want to cure the diseases, but they want to grow organs in animals
so
to cut into rich people and stuff.
so Fahad, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
I want to ask you the moral implications of doing this as
Well,
a
the pig
vegan. How do you
dies.
feel?
The pig definitely dies, so there's no consent there.
Mm-hmm.
But in America, animals are considered property. So,
Well, how do you feel about this?
oh, I feel it's unfortunate. It's exactly how what I was just like. They don't want to cure. They don't want to help him or other people learn that you don't have to get diabetes. That it's a lifestyle choice that ends up giving you this disease. Instead, they want to
Well,
build kidneys that have to be genetically modified to fit into your body. So it's not even like a they're just breeding pigs that have automatic human kidney transplant. They have to also alter that
yeah.
to put it into your body, and then you have to take anti-rejection drugs probably for the rest of your life
Mm-hmm.
just because you didn't want to like eat a little bit less, red meat
Yeah.
or meat in general.
Yeah. Well,
I feel it's sad.
well,
I
okay.
feel sad that
Now,
that pig has to die only to just give this guy 15 or 20 more years, and that pig could have lived an entire 15 or 20 years, an entire full healthy life itself.
is this something that you would consider if it was life saving and there wasn't going to be another human donor available in time?
In my lifetime, I don't think I'll ever qualify, I guess, for this.
Well,
surgery. I don't know how this guy qualified for this surgery, or like what he had to do, like what lottery he won, or like was he on a kidney transplant list, and they were just like, "Yo, we got a pig."
It's funny you say that because what they're saying is part of the problem is that there's just not enough donors.
That's the thing about the donors, though, is that if you're rich, you can send a proxy to different areas to be put on different waiting lists. So if you're on a waiting list in New York that's 6 months away, but you find a waiting list in Canada that's 2 weeks away, you can send a proxy there to go fill out the paperwork and do the blah blah blah. And like,
holy crap! I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
You can fly out to Canada, or you can fly out to Washington, or if Chicago has one in 4 days, you can be put on that list, or you're on like all these different waiting lists because you're paying people to go there and fill out all this paperwork. So there's no shortage of it's just the mismanagement of the organs. First of all, there's like all these facilities, like especially like in Florida, I've heard about, where they're just like finding hearts sitting in coolers on the side of a hallway. Or like there was like one story where like a heart fell out of the thing and during a transport, or like all this like, or they're just buying body parts and they're just selling them overseas and all this kind of it's all just mismanagement and corruption and
then
bureaucracy between people and their organs.
Isn't there like let's say I wanted to be a donor?
Yes.
Isn't there like a restriction to how much I can donate or no?
No, they would just donate all of your esophageal organs.
So there's no okay.
Yeah, your finger could get donated, your eye could get donated. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
If you're on the list.
You know what? Okay. Yeah. You're right. There was
you're crushed in the.
There's a criminal intent Law and Order episode about that. Actually, yes. You're right. Once again, TV has taught me.
Yes.
Guys, let me know in the chat. How do you feel about this transplant of a pig kidney?
Yeah.
And would you consider doing it? Yeah. And this is like not, I just want to do to have fun. This is like life-saving. Could you do it? Would you do it? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
And he is not.
Yes. Then,
No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment.
Just curious.
Just let us know what you feel, and we'll understand.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, if you're watching this on Facebook, I don't know if I have to have Facebook up to be able to respond. So if I haven't responded to you guys, that's why. Sorry, I will play around with that later and see.
See what we gotta do.
This is our first duel. This is our first duel.
Yeah, we need 4 screens. What do we need?
I mean, I think I could open the window here, but I just don't want it to affect how busy this is. I don't know. You know how live is so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, we don't want.
All right, guys, let's hop off of pigs.
Yeah.
And let's jump in.
Pigs, eat figs, not pigs.
Oh, fig Newtons are delicious. Okay. Let's go into our tech news,
Right,
which, I mean, we have to talk about TikTok.
TikTok.
We have to talk about TikTok.
Yeah, we got TikTok.
TikTok. Now, we said a little bit earlier in the week, but now we're going to have a nice full conversation about it. And I want to know how you guys feel about the idea of TikTok might be getting banned. So they had proposed that, hey, either you sell TikTok, I guess, to a American company. Let's see, because of China's involvement, or we're gonna ban it. So I actually
got spies. You sell it to America, they're still gonna have one Chinese guy working there. This is what they're doing this week.
So what's funny about that is I was watching this video on TikTok. This guy was breaking it down where like even if they wanted to, they can't actually sell it to an American company. I took a screenshot and whatnot. I should have wrote it down. My bad. And basically because of the terms of how it was, set up in the agreements with the Chinese government, like they probably legally can't sell it to an American company.
Okay.
So, and they're saying that the lawmakers know this. This is their way of like pulling the rug from underneath them. So I wanted to talk to you more about it because I know how we really, how we felt about TikTok, and my feelings on TikTok have been amended a little bit. I'm not exactly where I was a year ago on my thoughts on TikTok.
Okay.
So first of all, they removed the music off of TikTok.
Okay.
Because the music companies were like mad that they weren't getting a share of anything, things like that. So they removed all the music, and they thought that it would die because no one's going to be doing dances. And I can't believe I even tried to do that.
There's 3 dots in the bottom right of your screen. It just hit that uninterested. Anything I see from TikTok on any other social platform, I'm like, oh, I'll never watch this person again.
But what ended up happening is that caused what TikTok was already doing it accelerated actually. And it became even more of a news and community platform.
Okay.
So you have a lot more people who have started businesses and successful businesses through TikTok. Yeah. People who are actually helping people to homestead, helping people to make their own things, not rely so much on store stuff and government stuff and the spread of information. Now, however you feel about information, there are like-minded people being able to share information and let people know about certain things. And there's no regulation, which is the bad thing is there's no regulation. It could be anything, but the good thing is there is no narrative that anyone has complete control over. Technically, for now, we know how things change. So the argument can be set. Now, this app they've been trying to get rid of for so long, out of nowhere, it feels like the Democrats and the Republicans who can't agree on not one damn thing are like, we need to get rid of this. And it's almost made me suspicious. When do y'all agree on anything? It's made me suspicious.
Well, I mean, they agree on it
Oh my
because more people can like organize, I guess, easier on TikTok. I guess it's easier to organize on TikTok.
I have something to say about that. Keep going.
Then, they're scared about freedom of assembly and freedom of speech, and then it's like, what kind of stuff can be spun on TikTok? Is like, what can we like find out about someone, and then it spreads on TikTok even faster than it does on any other social media, maybe. So, probably in the best interest of a politician to like not like it or whatever, because this is the thing, like, there's probably a lot of parents that don't like TikTok, and then there's a lot of parents that don't like TikTok that vote. So if you're a politician and you say that you don't like TikTok, then the parents that vote are going to like that you don't like TikTok. So it might not even be a matter that some politicians care.
Well,
they just probably care more about how to get votes.
The problem is
to a person that has very opinionated and unable to think for them.
The problem is, Fahad, is they've let it go on so long that more than half those parents now are on TikTok.
No, exactly that too.
And people have started to create businesses and things. Tanya says one of my students wanted me to sign her petition because they removed her from TikTok.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's because she was under 13.
I just think these social media things are like, people look at them like there's like these like, this is a place where I get to have free speech and stuff like that. And it's like, it's not. It's
not.
It's if I had a newsstand and you want to sell your magazine at my newsstand, I have to usually agree with the content of this magazine.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. And that though is the loophole with the social media places, because you go into their newsstand and sell your magazine, and it has some wild ass shit in it. The newsstand's like, I didn't know they were going to put that in the middle of the magazine. I didn't know when you folded those 2 pages together, I made this. It's like a really interesting loophole. So it's just like, you can have freedom of speech until the wrong person sees it and then flags you, and then you get taken on, and then you get angry about not having freedom of speech when you never had free speech at all. It was just they were allowing you to say it. You were allowed to say it, and then it's just information gathering.
Yeah.
Anyways, and freedom of speech in the beginning only was to like, so that people in power could know what you're thinking. Because if you were dumb enough to say it out loud, you were dumb enough to like, there's the smarter people that kept themselves.
I'm not a big TikTok user. I go on there here and there. Like, I personally don't feel like love lost with it going away. I do feel for all the people that managed to create successful businesses from it, especially with the economy being the way it is, inflation being the way it is, and how it allows for a lot of people to supplement their income or replace their income when other things aren't doing that for you. But again, you're right. Putting your eggs in one basket is not the best way to go. Sometimes people have no choice, but and when you said people coming together for community, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but TikTok had orchestrated what's that word called? Boycott of Kellogg's. Because the Kellogg CEO had come out and said something like, "Oh, just have cereal for dinner or whatever," and it pissed people off because they're like, "You've nearly doubled your prices and shrunk your boxes, and how dare you?" So people got mad, and they rallied on TikTok and boycotted, and it really hurt Kellogg's in a few places where they had to put their stuff on extreme discount because it really hurt them. And people were saying that shortly after that happened, which was very recent, the Republicans and Democrats came together and voted to get rid of TikTok. So
Kellogg's put a little lobbyist money in the pockets of the
And you know what? Maybe Kellogg's might not have even done that. But if we want to go down the conspiracy route, because it's always fun, other companies with pull saw what happened to Kellogg's.
Yeah.
And maybe we're like, yo, we need to kind of shut this down. We don't like how they come together like this. Now, this could be totally bullcrap, but I'm just telling you the timeline of things. And it's not like they weren't trying to get rid of TikTok. They were trying to get rid of it like in 2020. This isn't like new. It's just the fact that the way things fell together so seamlessly with the timeline of events does not help people from not thinking about a conspiracy theory. Like you're kind of like,
Conspiracy.
So I'm not here to advocate so much for like, oh, TikTok is so amazing, but at the end of the day, they're like, oh, we don't know what information China has and this and that, and we're like, wait, but aren't you selling our information already?
Gathering and selling our information.
Like, what's the difference? Remind me again. So, and then there were some instances where employees of I guess ByteDance had fired several employees because they had improperly accessed TikTok data of like 2 journalists, this and that. So they were completely they were told about it and they fired those people. So, there's other ways, but Lynn told CNN that TikTok and other social media companies' appetite for data highlights policy failures to pass strong privacy laws that regulate the tech industry, on a larger scale. So, I mean, that's the thing. Like the U.S. government has said it's worried China could use its national security laws to access the significant amounts of personal information that TikTok, like most social media applications, collects from its U.S. users. So I am not hardcore advocating for TikTok to stick around, but what I'm saying is, what does banning it do? What does that change?
Nothing much. Nothing. I mean,
all it does is give back all the control to what's it? Facebook, Instagram, Zucker, Bezos. Because Bezos is feeling it. Google's feeling it. Let me tell you why. Google is the go-to search engine for most people.
Yeah, of course.
TikTok is now becoming the go-to search engine for the younger generation. Yeah, wild. Look at your face. Look at your face.
Engine of what?
Look at your face. I'm just.
Someone on TikTok can just tell you the information.
Someone on Google just writing articles for you to look at information. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I guess I could read a few different. I mean, I will go watch a few different videos too.
Well, we haven't tried searching on TikTok like that. I haven't to see. I need to look into that to see. And then the other thing is Amazon's filling it a little bit. Bezos. Sorry.
Uncle Bezos.
God. Oh, the uncle that listed you. Yeah, that uncle. Yeah. I mean metaphorically. Metaphorically, guys. Metaphorically. Metaphorically. No, but he's feeling it because of TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is a thing now. People are ordering more and more off of TikTok, which is also bringing in money for business's.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah, even my daughter.
More direct to consumer sales through TikTok.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's big now.
Having to pay Amazon.
That's a big boom now. People are really doing a lot of that. Nice. That's part of these businesses. That is the one of the few things that I like about what TikTok has done. So
orange ones.
Are you guys in favor of TikTok? Let us know.
If you have an opinion about TikTok, let us know.
Yeah.
And if you know that Aladdin 4 is coming out soon, keep us in the loop. All right.
Always. So yeah,
Bars and glasses.
it's okay. Once we get off, I'm gonna show you. Once we get off, I'm gonna show you. But yeah, so I mean, there's still time. Well, I think if everything goes through, they have 6 months to either appeal or to be banned, and that's if an appeal could even work at this point. So I do like that there's a lot more direct customer to whatever consumer, whatever buyer base, whatever.
Yeah.
Bezos doesn't like it. But if you look on Amazon,
wants you to sell through Amazon where he gets a cut no matter what.
Yeah, and if you look at Amazon, like a lot of stuff that like the smaller sellers have kind of gone away. Yeah. Like everything, like 2/3 of everything that I come across is like outsourced or coming from China. Yeah. Which is the irony of wanting to get rid of TikTok on top of it.
Because you're just buying anything. You're buying straight up garbage usually from Amazon.
Yeah.
Because it's got 50 fake reviews and you're just like, this is the only one I could find. And it's like, turned out to be shit.
Yeah.
And you should have paid attention to the one star review.
That tried to warn you. Oh, but and they actually when you give bad reviews on Amazon, people have talked about
reviewed.
But no, people have talked about being banned from giving reviews, even though they bought the item and they have the proof.
Yeah.
So some of those bad reviews that I see, I look at the dates and I see what exactly they're saying and this and that, because I'm just like, I'm glad you made it through. Wow, that's wild, guys. We're in a 2024 is 2024, and that's for daggone sure. If you're on TikTok, or if you're making money on TikTok,
get a VPN.
What's that gonna do?
You can just be on TikTok in Canada or whatever. It just pings you to Canada.
But isn't TikTok more of a phone app?
Yeah, you can put a VPN on your phone.
Can you?
Yeah, and you can use one on your computer to use your Wi-Fi.
Because I know it's VPN for all that, but the fact that the app itself, TikTok, wouldn't they be able to shut down the app? I don't know. I don't know.
Not if you're telling the server or whatever you're in fucking China. You're just using a bounced signal from China to access. I'm pretty sure there's a way around.
Okay.
And if you're making money, especially paying $3.99 a month for NordVPN, hit us up. $3.99 a month for NordVPN. True. I will say, those of you guys selling on TikTok, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
But also, maybe start branching out to these other sites and build from there just in case. Yeah. Just in case.
For sure.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope you had a lot of fun. As much fun as we did.
Yes.
Thank you for coming out. And we look forward to doing this again next month. We do these once a month.
Yeah.
And
plenty of stuff in between, though.
Yes.
Trailer
reactions. Okay. We've dropped clips, shorts, movie reviews, Hot Take Tuesday lives.
So much stuff to check out.
There's so much stuff to check out. And we're going to start dropping like little how-to videos for those people who want to start writing or doing production. We have experience. We have things to say. Yeah. So it's going to look a little less polished than this, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got to try. You got to walk before you crawl. You got to crawl before you walk. You got to fly before you swim.
Did you say you gotta walk before you crawl?
You gotta walk before you crawl.
If only.
Gotta cry before you laugh. Makes the laughs better.
Ooh. Okay. Wait, have you ever laughed so hard you cried?
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah, where I've hurt my face too. My face has started.
I've laughed so hard where like my belly hurts. Like I've been doing crunches all day. Like it's crack. Oh my god. Those are the best. Those are the best. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next month.
Thank you so much. Like and subscribe.
That.
Yeah.